summarized in one word: impunity. We live in a country where the regime has effectively captured, undermined, and destroyed all mechanisms that can hold officials accountable. They are no longer accountable to anybody for as long as someone is connected to the regime. No one can hold them accountable for their wrongdoing. I mean, let's take an example of Anitah, the Speaker of Parliament. She embezzles billions of taxpayers' money, and evidence is actually presented to the public, but nobody can do anything. Instead of calling her to account, General Museveni comes out to defend her, to protect her, and to support her. Instead of going after her, the law enforcement agencies instead go after every and any whistleblower that dares to speak out against her corruption, to the extent that some have actually run out of the country and some are in hiding. That is impunity. You all remember the students that tried to protest against the theft of the iron sheets that were meant for Karamoja. Many of them spent months in prison, while those that were involved in this grand theft were either rewarded, and those that were pretentiously held to account were only imprisoned for a few hours. It's because of impunity that the police will not summon Anitah for questioning. Because of impunity, the IGG will not investigate her. The DPP will not sanction charges against her. The courts of law will not summon her. The Auditor General has also been bought and silenced by another service award. Any MP that raises or dares to raise the issue is quickly silenced and humiliated on the floor of Parliament by the same Anitah. That is impunity. She then continues to live large, enjoying her stolen money. I mean, nobody can touch her, nobody can say a word. No one can call her to account. And that is how those who have killed our people in hundreds go scot-free and elude justice. That is why people who abduct, torture, kill our people, or even rape our supporters are moving around scot-free. And many of them are actually given red carpet reception at public functions. You saw the man that undressed for people being appointed RDC by General Museveni. That is impunity. Like many other institutions of state, the Uganda Human Rights Commission has also been effectively co-opted and destroyed. And that's why you can see Wangadia supporting and ridiculing, supporting the abduction and rape and even sodomy of our supporters in CMI detention. That is impunity. You see her mocking the victims of injustice, the victims of torture, the victims of abduction. That is impunity. She even goes as far as trying to silence the victims of abduction and trying to intimidate their families and co-opt them into silence and compromise. That is impunity. So, with the state of affairs, citizens are left with only two options: either to rise up and put an end to this nonsense once and for all, using whatever means are available to them, or to appeal to the international community to take measures including sanctions, which the regime has clearly refused to take against its corrupt and criminal officials. Ladies and gentlemen, travel bans, asset freezes and others, may not put the corrupt and brutal officials in prison, but at least they go far to block them from enjoying with impunity or even invest their stolen money, the money they stole from poor Ugandans, in their countries. These countries have their act together. These countries are well governed and they respect the rule of law. So we see no need or no importance whatsoever for them to accept impunity, to accept corrupt officials that steal from us. These people deny the regime officials that run away with our money opportunity to enjoy it in their countries. And we really appreciate those sanctions. We welcome them. These sanctions reassert the duty of civilized nations, because they should never be seen to sit back as actions against poor people are going on with reckless abandon. These regime officials that have destroyed, underdeveloped and looted their countries because they think they can enjoy life with their families in developed countries, the wealth that they steal from poor Ugandans, at least we have a way forward here. So we welcome the sanctions, and we want these thieves, these corrupt officials, to lay in the bed that they laid. They've destroyed their countries, they've messed up Uganda, they've messed up our healthcare system, they've messed our education system, because they get all their health care from abroad, and indeed they die from abroad. They've messed up our country, and they want to enjoy the countries that are well governed at the cost of the poor people. So we are happy that these sanctions are being slapped on those officials, and we want more sanctions on General Museveni, his son, and all his officials that he uses to crack down on the rights of the people. They should go to Ugandan hospitals. They should have their children go to Ugandan schools. They should buy cosmetics from Uganda. I thank you, and I'll say that in Uganda before I welcome questions from you, ladies and gentlemen. Basebo ne banyabo, njagala kwebaza mwe bannamawulire abazze otuuliza makyaga leero. Olwaleero njagadde kwogera ku nsonga ya natti ezasibiddwa ku Anitah Amongo n'abalala banne abalyake olw'okubba amabaati g'e Karamoja n'okulya enguzi. Newankubadde Anitah Amongo yekka yaliko natti zino, naye twasabye natti zino baziteeke ku bonna abenyigira mu bikolwa bino ebyobukenuzi. Ensonga lwaki tusaba amawanga gano ganaggwadda getukolagana nago, Uganda gekolagana nago, agavugirira Uganda sente, gye baliira sente zaffe ze batubyeko. Ensonga lwaki tubasaba basennatti ku bakulembeze abatulugunya abantu n'abali b'enguzi n'ababba sente z'abanaku, era ensonga lwaki tujaguza nnyo buli we babaako gwe bataddeko natti, tusobola bizingira mu kigambo kimu, impunity. Impunity ani kumu asobola okinziriza mu Luganda, baganda bange tugambe obutagambwako.